Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of English Boost Every Day. Today, we're zeroing in on a crucial skill that many English learners struggle with: listening comprehension. And guess what? In this episode, you're going to learn 5 critical things you must do to master listening in English, even when dealing with diverse accents and fast speech. I'm your host, Michael, and I'm thrilled to be here with our amazing guest, Sarah, our expert on all things related to listening skills.
Hi, everyone. I'm so excited to join you today. Listening comprehension can be really challenging, especially with rapid speech, various accents, and distracting background noise. But don't worry. Today, we're breaking down these obstacles and sharing actionable tips and exercises that will empower you to become an active listener who can confidently understand English in any real-life situation.
All right, let's jump right in. The first critical thing you must do is develop active listening habits. Many learners tend to passively hear words without truly processing them. Sarah, can you explain what active listening entails and why it's so important?
Of course, Michael. Active listening means engaging fully with the audio you're hearing. It's about paying attention to not only the words, but also the tone, intonation, and context in which they're spoken. For instance, when you're watching a news report or listening to a podcast, don't just let the sounds wash over you. Instead, focus on key phrases, note any recurring vocabulary, and even try to predict what might come next. A useful exercise is to pause the audio after a few sentences and summarize what you've just heard in your own words. This forces you to process the information actively and improves your overall comprehension.
That's a fantastic point. Active listening really transforms how we process spoken English. Now, the second thing you must do is familiarize yourself with diverse accents. English is spoken all around the world, and being exposed to different accents is crucial. Sarah, what strategies can our listeners use to tackle this challenge?
Great question, Michael. One effective strategy is to expose yourself to a variety of audio resources. For example, listen to international news channels, watch movies or TV shows featuring speakers from different regions, and even explore podcasts produced by non-native speakers. This constant exposure will gradually train your ear to recognize and understand different accents. I also recommend using websites like TED Talks, where speakers come from diverse backgrounds. Additionally, try to mimic the accent you're listening to by repeating phrases. This not only improves your listening skills, but also helps with your pronunciation and overall language rhythm.
Excellent advice. By diversifying your listening materials, you create a more robust mental model of the language. Now, the third essential strategy is utilize contextual clues. Fast speech can sometimes make it hard to catch every word, but understanding the context can fill in the gaps. Sarah, could you elaborate on how contextual analysis can boost listening comprehension?
Absolutely, Michael. When faced with rapid speech or unfamiliar accents, context becomes your best friend. Instead of focusing on every single word, listen for key information that gives you clues about the overall meaning. For example, if you're listening to a conversation about travel, words like flight, hotel, or itinerary can help you predict the topic even if you miss some details. I suggest practicing with dynamic audio clips. Listen to short segments, then write down or discuss what you understood. Over time, you'll learn to rely on contextual hints to fill in the missing parts, making it easier to follow conversations in real-life scenarios.
That's such a practical approach. Contextual clues can definitely be a game changer when dealing with fast, natural speech. Now, moving on to our fourth critical tip: engage with real-life listening scenarios. This means incorporating real-world audio materials into your practice routine. Sarah, what kinds of resources do you recommend?
I can't stress this enough, Michael. Real-life practice is essential. One of my favorite methods is to use podcasts, audiobooks, and radio shows that cover topics you're interested in. Not only does this keep you engaged, but it also exposes you to authentic language use. Additionally, try watching YouTube videos or movies without subtitles, then discuss or write about what you heard. Another great technique is to join online discussion groups or language exchange programs where you can listen to native speakers in real time. The more you immerse yourself in actual English conversations, the better you'll become at filtering out background noise and picking up on essential details.
Absolutely, practical exposure is key. And finally, the fifth thing you must do is practice focused listening exercises regularly. Consistency is crucial for improvement. Sarah, could you share some exercises that our listeners can integrate into their daily routine?
Certainly, Michael. One effective exercise is the shadowing technique, where you listen to a short segment of audio and then immediately repeat it out loud. This helps with both listening and speaking skills, as well as with understanding intonation and rhythm. Another exercise is to listen to a clip and then answer specific questions about it. This forces you to focus on details and ensures that you're actively processing the information. I also recommend using mobile apps designed for active listening practice. These apps provide exercises that gradually increase in difficulty and adapt to your level. The key is to set aside at least 15 to 30 minutes every day dedicated solely to focused listening practice.
That sums up our 5 essential tips. 1. Develop active listening habits. Engage fully with audio content and summarize what you hear. 2. Familiarize yourself with diverse accents. Expose yourself to a variety of speakers and mimic their pronunciation. 3. Utilize contextual clues. Rely on the context to understand fast or unclear speech. 4. Engage with real-life listening scenarios. Use authentic audio resources like podcasts, movies, and radio. 5. Practice focused listening exercises regularly. Incorporate techniques like shadowing and question-answer drills into your routine.
Exactly, Michael. These strategies are not only practical but also empowering. They help you transform challenging listening situations into opportunities for growth. With consistent practice, you'll soon find yourself understanding conversations that once felt completely overwhelming.
Before we wrap up, I want to encourage you all to start incorporating these techniques into your daily routine. Remember, improvement in listening comprehension doesn't happen overnight. It's a gradual process that requires patience and perseverance. The more you listen actively, expose yourself to various accents, and practice focused exercises, the better you'll become at decoding the nuances of English.
And don't be afraid to challenge yourself. Every new audio resource you explore or every conversation you listen to in real life is a step forward on your journey to mastering English listening skills. Even if you feel frustrated at times, keep at it. The rewards are immense when you start to see real progress in your understanding.
That's right, Sarah. And for our listeners out there, if you enjoyed these tips and found them useful, please check out our previous episodes where we dive into other essential aspects of English learning, like vocabulary building, pronunciation perfection, and grammar mastery. We update our channel every day with fresh, engaging content, so make sure you visit regularly.
Absolutely. Your engagement is what keeps our community growing. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, hit that notification bell so you never miss an episode, like this video if you found it helpful, and share it with your friends. Every bit of support helps us bring you more powerful language tips and fosters a vibrant learning community.
Thank you so much for joining us on today's journey to mastering listening comprehension. We hope these 5 essential tips empower you to navigate diverse accents, decode fast speech, and become a confident, active listener in any real-world situation.
Thank you, Michael. And thank you to all our amazing listeners. Remember, every step you take towards improving your listening skills is a step toward clearer, more effective communication in English.
Before we sign off, here's a quick recap of today's key points. Engage in active listening by summarizing audio content. Expose yourself to various English accents and mimic native speakers. Use contextual clues to fill in gaps when speech is rapid or unclear. Immerse yourself in real-life listening scenarios like podcasts, movies, and radio shows. Practice focused exercises daily, such as shadowing and Q&A drills.
That's it for today's episode of Listening Mastery, Decode Accents and Fast Speech with Confidence today. We truly hope you walk away with these actionable strategies to boost your listening skills. Remember, every bit of practice counts, and with consistency, you'll be amazed at how much you improve.
Thank you once again for tuning in. Make sure to check out our previous videos subscribe for daily updates, and join our ever-growing community. Hit that like button, share this video with your friends, and help us expand our language family. Together, we can conquer the challenges of learning English and reach new heights of fluency.
Goodbye, everyone. Stay curious, keep practicing, and we'll see you in the next episode with more dynamic and engaging language tips.
Until next time, this is Michael, and with Sarah by my side, signing off. Have a fantastic day and happy listening.